A very good morning to all. In this video, we shall cover the skeletal muscle relaxant activity. The aim of the experiment is to study the muscle relaxant property of diazepam in the mice by using rotarod apparatus. The requirements of the experiments are as follows. The animal required is the mice weighing 20 to 25 grams. Then the solutions required is of diazepam, which is the drug under study. The instrument required for this experiment is rotarod apparatus. Coming to the principle of the experiment, the drug under study is diazepam, which belongs to the benzodiazepine class. Okay, so this benzodiazepines has a wide range of pharmacological actions. Okay, so these are popularly used as anti-anxiety agents. Okay, apart from that, it also has other activities like it produces sedation, it has hypnotic property, it has muscle relaxant property also. This is one of the important property of these particular class of drugs. Okay, now this skeletal muscle relaxation together with the taming and calming effect of these agents is responsible for reduction of the anxiety and tension. Okay, so the anxiety and apprehension all will be reduced because of this skeletal muscle relaxant action of this particular agents. Okay, now this loss of this particular muscle relaxation can be measured in terms of loss of muscle grip. Okay, so in case if you are holding an object, okay, so if the grip is not appropriate, okay, or if there is a loss of grip of that particular object, so that indicates that the muscles in that particular hand or limb have been relaxed. Okay, so the loss of muscle grip is an indication of the muscle relaxation. Now this effect, okay, that is muscle relaxant effect, can be easily studied in the animals by using two methods, that is the inclined plane and the rotating rods. Okay, so inclined plane meaning a plane which is adjusted at an angle. Okay, so the muscle grip will allow the animals to maintain themselves on this inclined plane, and if the muscles in the limbs are relaxed, if the muscle relaxant drug is given to this animal and again if it is placed on the inclined plane, because of the muscle relaxation they will lose their grip on this inclined plane and they will fall off after a certain period of time. So obviously if the muscles are relaxed, they will fall off from this inclined plane a little earlier as compared to before the drug treatment. Okay, then the same effect can also be measured by using the rotating rods. Okay, that is the rods with a rough surface, they are rotated at or a rod is rotated at a specific speed. Okay, and the animals are placed on that rotating rod. So the animal when it is placed on a rotating rod, it will try to maintain itself on that rotating rod. Okay, so they can maintain themselves on that rotating rod for an appreciable period of time. Okay, but then if a muscle relaxant drug is given to these animals and supposing if they are placed on this rotating rod, okay, because of the muscle relaxation they will lose their grip on this rotating rod and they will fall off earlier as compared to before the drug treatment being given to these particular animals. So both these methods are quite popularly used to check the muscle relaxant property of many drugs. Okay, so now in these two models, certain parameters we need to set or certain conditions we need to set. Okay, that is in case of the first method, that is inclined plane method. So here the angle of slope of this inclined plane, okay, it is adjusted, or in case of rotating rods, okay, the rate of rotation of this rod. Okay, so both these are adjusted in such a manner that a normal animal or the normal mouse can stay on this plane, inclined plane or rotating rod for an appreciable period of time. That is at least for 3 to 5 minutes time it can maintain itself on this inclined plane or the rotating rod. Okay, so the animal obviously it will fall off from both these, either the inclined plane or the rotating rod. Okay, because it will not be able to maintain itself, maintain that grip to maintain themselves on these inclined plane or rotating rod. But you can adjust the slope or the speed of rotation in such a way so that the animals are able to maintain themselves for the appreciable period of time. Okay, after this the drug is administered and again the animals are placed either on the inclined plane or the rotating rods. Okay, and this difference of fall of time is noted. Okay, so the difference in the fall of time from the rotating rod, okay, in this experiment, okay, from the rotating rod before and after the diazepam treatment, this is taken as index of muscle relaxation. That is, if the drug has muscle relaxant property, then the animals will fall off from this rotating rod a little earlier as compared to before the drug treatment. This is the Rotarod apparatus. Now in this particular apparatus there is a rod, okay, this particular rod which has rough surface and it can be rotated. So it is attached to the motors inside the instrument. So once it is switched off, you can first select the speed, okay, RPM. The rotations has to be selected over here. By turning this knob you can select the RPM. So 20 to 25 is the ideal RPM, okay, with which the animal is able to maintain itself on this rotating rod. Okay, and as you can see that there are number of compartments over here. Earlier only single compartment model was available, but then later on 2 compartment, 3 compartment models came into the markets, and now 6 compartment model is also available. So this is a digital 6 compartment model. So if you can see that there are 6 compartments, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So at a time you can test 6 animals in this particular apparatus, and this is a totally digital apparatus. Okay, so that when you are testing 6 animals at a time, you need not keep a stopwatch for individual animals. Like you need to measure the time, note down the time after which the animal falls off from this rotating rod, right? But for this instrument there is specific provision available. Okay, there are inbuilt stopwatches over here. Okay, so if you can see that there are display panels over here. This is the panel for the display of the RPM, speed of rotation of this rod. Okay, whereas under each compartment there is a separate panel. So this panel displays the time. Okay, so once you place your animal in this particular compartment, you need to press a button over here. There is a reset button. Okay, so once you place the animal, you can press this reset button, so the timer will begin again. Okay, and once the animal falls off from this rotating rod, for appreciable period of time it will try to maintain itself, but after some time it will fall off. Now over here there are plates which are raised a little bit. So once the animal falls on this plate will press against the surface of the apparatus, and there are sensors over here, so that whenever this plate, if you can see that there are plates over here, so once the animal falls on this plate will touch the surface, and there are sensors, so that if the animal from this compartment falls on this plate, the time which is running on this panel, it will get freezed. Okay, so there are sensors, so that for individual animal you need not maintain a separate stopwatch. So you can note down all the 6 readings at a time in this particular instrument. Coming to the procedure, first step is to weigh and number the animal to check whether the animal fall within the prescribed weight, that is 20 to 25 grams, and number the animals with the help of markings on their tails. Okay, then next step is to turn on the rotor rod and select the appropriate speed, that is 20 to 25 rpm is the ideal speed with which the animal will be able to maintain itself on the rotating rod for an appreciable period of time. Then place the animals one by one on the rotating rod. Since it's a multi-compartment model, you can place all the 6 animals at a time. Okay, then note down the fall off time. That is the time after which the animal falls off from that rotating rod is noted down. Okay, so in this apparatus you can note down, it will be automatically freezed once the animal falls down. A normal mouse, it generally falls off within 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so in the animals in which the treatment is not given, okay, normally it will fall within 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so next step is to inject the diazepam at the dose of 4 milligrams per kg to all the animals. So here you have taken the readings before the drug treatment. Now the drug is injected to all the animals, that is diazepam is injected to all the 6 animals. Then a 30 minutes time period is allowed for the drug to act, and after exactly 30 minutes the experiment is repeated as what is done in step 3. That is, one by one all the 6 animals are placed on the rotating rod, and the time taken for all the animals to fall off is noted down, and the fall off time before the drug treatment is compared with that of the after the diazepam treatment is given. Now let us see the video. This is the video showing the fall off time before the drug treatment being given. That is a normal reaction time. We can see that the rod is rotating and the animals are maintaining themselves on this rotating rod, and this is what is known as a free riding. That is, the animal, it went down but it didn't fall off, but then it maintained itself on the rotating rod. So that is known as free riding. Okay, so after some time the animal will automatically fall down. This is a 3 compartment model. Okay, so you can note down the time for taken for each animal to fall off before the drug treatment. Okay, then after the drug treatment, again the animals are placed on the rotating rod, and if you can see that the animals have fallen down after 9 seconds. So the time after which the animal falls off from this rotating rod has reduced. In case of untreated animals, or before the treatment, it was around about 30 seconds, but after the treatment the animals have fallen down 9 seconds. So these are the observations. The animals are numbered from 1 to 6 and the body weight is noted down, and the treatment given to all the animals is diazepam. Okay, and we have measured the fall off time in seconds before the drug treatment, before the diazepam treatment being given to the animals. The fall off time is noted down. If you can see that it is in the range of 30s, okay, 29 to 33. And after the drug is injected, after 30 minutes, again the animals are placed on the rotating rod and the fall off time is noted. And if you can see that the fall off time has reduced after the drug treatment is given. So this indicates that the muscles in the limbs of the animals are relaxed. That is the reason why they are not able to maintain the grip, okay, maintain themselves on that rotating rod. So this indicates the drug has muscle relaxant property. Okay, so with this we can find out the mean of the fall off time before the drug treatment noted down over here, and take the mean of the fall off time after the drug treatment noted down over here, and calculate the percent change in time, which will indicate the index of the muscle relaxation. So coming to the calculations, the percent change in time, it can be calculated with the formula fall off time before treatment minus fall off time after the treatment divided by fall off time before treatment multiplied by 100. Okay, so in this case, if the fall off time before the treatment is 30 and the fall off time after the treatment is say 9 seconds, then we can substitute it as 30 minus 9 divided by 30 multiplied by 100. So that will give you percent change in time for that particular animal. So likewise we need to calculate this percent change in time for all the 6 animals. Then a graph can be plotted with the average fall of time in seconds, that is before the drug treatment, and average fall of time after the drug treatment on the y-axis in the form of column graph. So the graph will look something like this. So the average fall of time is plotted on the y-axis. Okay, so the average fall of time before the drug treatment in all the 6 animals which is noted, and we have calculated the mean of that. Okay, so that is plotted over here before drug treatment. So if it is say if it is 30, and after the drug treatment if the average fall of time is 6, then this is how the graph will look like. And from the graph it is easily indicated that after the drug treatment that fall of time has reduced. So that indicates the drug has the muscle relaxant property. The scale is indicated as y-axis. 1 centimeter is equal to say 5 units in this case, and the columns can be given different patterns before the drug treatment and after the drug treatment for differentiation. So from this we can infer that the reduction in the fall of time of the animal indicates the muscle relaxant property of diazepam. Okay, so after the drug treatment the fall of time has reduced. After the treatment with diazepam the fall of time in the animals have reduced. So that indicates that diazepam has muscle relaxant properties. These are the references. Thank you.